Hey, it's
Hey.
Currie and Dewey, and we're with the rest of the concept vehicles out here at Easter Jeep Safari 2026 in Moab. It's loud today.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of vehicles. But before we get to the concepts, we're going to show you an amazing retro mod.
Yeah, and this is one of their new concepts, but I think it might be the absolute best one that they are showing for Easter Jeep Safari 60. It's an XJ.
A real XJ.
Yeah.
They found literally a museum quality XJ, and they did some work on it to kind of modernize it.
Yeah, and the engineers were talking about how they picked up this one owner XJ with all the factory, like the one owner took such great care of this. They were struggling to take a saw to it.
They had a logbook of every gas fill this thing's ever had. Not just every oil change, every time they put gas in it, they put it into a logbook. Meticulous care on this thing.
But they ended up making some very tasteful mods to this to make this the ultimate XJ, at least in terms of something that looks factory, but can still go further than XJs go generally. And XJs go all over the place in stock configurations that this thing must absolutely wheel.
What do we got on this thing?
I believe it's 35s they fit on. They've widened the
They kind
tire
of
wells.
rolled these, right?
Pardon?
It looks like they rolled these out.
Yeah, they brought it out a little bit to fit the 35s because the standard XJ you have to cut quite a bit to get the 35s on there.
Classic interior, bead seats.
They didn't really touch the interior too
It
much,
is
it
just
doesn't look like.
absolutely gorgeous. Looks like they added a little extra lift to it. Some classic rims on this thing.
I believe they put
absolutely
rock
gorgeous.
track in it from a Rubicon, which is a lower transfer case that really allows it to crawl. But it still looks like it's set up like the traditional command track of the era, which is kind of neat.
This thing is so mint. Even, we buy brand new Jeeps and we take them out and wheel them. It would pain me to take this out and wheel it. It's in such nice condition. All right, you ready for the big guys? We got some fun stuff to show you. We're gonna start over here with Buzzcut.
A two-door. How can you go wrong with
I don't
a two-door?
know what they were thinking.
Yeah.
Man, those engineers always doing crazy stuff. This color is amazing. I don't know that the camera's going to do it justice. It's called Vitamin C. It's a bright, almost a neon fluorescent orange. It just glows.
It could have a little bit more yellow in it, similar to Dozer, but this is an absolute awesome concept. And they've done some pretty radical stuff that may actually not come to us in the aftermarket ways, but what they really did, the crowning jewel of this one is they shortened it 2 inches. And they put bigger tires on it. The whole purpose of that they said was so that it could fit in your garage with a lift.
That's amazing.
A pretty awesome idea. Now it does take some of your headroom, and as you guys know, us in Jeep Wranglers don't have the greatest headroom to begin with, because these things are designed to be nimble on the trails.
So it might not be everybody. It might not be for everybody. It is loaded with Jeep performance parts. They're Highline fenders. I love these. I want to put these on the Gladiator. I think they would look really, really sharp, and it would give me that clearance I need for my 38s where I'm rubbing on the fender liners. So looking forward to that.
Mopar snorkel, Tyree lights.
I love the Tyree lights that they've got up on the rack. There's some 12 inchers up there. Tyrees on the front.
Have those come out in the aftermarket yet?
They're in the Mopar catalog.
Do they swing out like they showed in the
These
past?
ones don't.
Okay.
But the other one, they have some that do. 2-inch lift on here. Some Bilstein shocks on it.
The top is just beautiful. though.
I love the slant back.
Yeah.
So this really does it for me on here. We got the Jeep Performance tire carrier.
Kick step.
Look at that. I love that kick step on there.
So
really
you can get
handy.
up there and get to your stuff. That's also another purpose of the shortened top, is to get to gear on the top, because there's
not a lot of room in the back.
They claim that us two-doors don't have a lot of space, but we know how to pack these little things. But that is to help you get to the top and work with your your gear and all that kind of good stuff.
Absolutely beautiful.
Love the
very
skids.
detailed interior. This is a 26, so it has all the amenities of a 26 on it. I'm not sure what phone mount that is on there. I don't think that's a bullet point.
Oh, it's a Mopar.
That is a new Mopar rail on there.
Yeah.
Have them over in the
Oh, very nice. Nice color matching on the trim. This thing, like I said, you've got to see this thing in person. It is absolutely gorgeous, along with true beadlock wheels.
Yeah.
So this thing is
that's new for this year
Yeah,
because
it is.
they never had the true beadlock wheels as a Jeep wheel, so
and they look sharp
they
too.
do look sharp.
Man, I'm blown away by this one. This one so far is my favorite. I think there's another one that might end up being
It's
my
your
favorite.
because it's a two-door, Currie. We all know that you need a two-door in your life.
He ain't lying. All right, let's keep moving. Next up, I gotta say, I don't know. This is one of my favorites too. It's hard to pick one so far.
This one has a manual transmission.
That very different for a concept here.
Yeah, they usually don't do that.
It brings back a classic nameplate, the Laredo,
Laredo, yep.
and classic classic striping on here. Very nice lines.
They've had Laredos on Grand Cherokees and I think some of the SUVs, but Laredo has not been on a Wrangler model, I think, since the CJ7, maybe YJ era. I know TJ did not have a Laredo nameplate, so I think it harkens back to CJ days.
I mean, this thing is gorgeous. Lots of detail. I love the wide open on the back. It makes it look like this was built on a Gladiator. It looks so long with all this opening on the side here. All the detail. Look at these wheels. Those are awesome. Love that style. Very classic look. Interior, again, like you said, we've got the manual transmission, all this detail on the dash. Same with the back seats, all the way through. Just a gorgeous, gorgeous vehicle. Nothing too crazy on here, but as a concept to bring back this name, I think they really did this one justice.
Yeah, and I love the fact that they actually put a manual transmission in the concept. Like, that shows that there is still dedication to us that like to drive a manual Jeep. It's tough, but it's fun. It really is a fun way to wheel. So.
One of these days, Dewey and I are going to switch vehicles on a trail, because it's been a while since I've driven manual, and I've never driven manual on a trail. It's going to be a challenge.
I'm just kidding.
And hopefully I won't burn his clutch out. All right, this one is gorgeous, but there's a lot more to see.
All right, guys, I am subbing out on this one. We got a special guest to tell you about one of the absolute most awesome concepts Jeep's put out this year. Here we go.
I'm here with Casey Currie, and we've got an amazing vehicle here. This thing is absolutely sick. Tell us what makes this thing special.
All right, so what this is a very unique independent front, 4-link rear, 800 horsepower Hellcat engine Jeep. We went over the top on all of it. We're running a 42-inch tall tire, 17-inch wheel. It's got 20 inches of travel in the front, 30 in the back. It'll do 100, we think it'll do about 135 miles an hour, about 120 in the whoops, 3 feet tall. So it's built for speed. It also can go in the rocks. It's 4-wheel drive. In the front, it's got a Currie 9-inch independent center section that we made so that we can get around the motor. In the back, it's got a Currie 10-inch trophy truck rear end. But really, this thing is built for performance.
So, and this is something Jeep wanted to do, to try and test out some new technologies or get some feedback to see if people want something maybe not this extreme.
I think Jeep wants to just be badass, and this is what they wanted.
Well, it's about time, isn't it? I mean, look at this, the coils on this thing. What are some of the major features on this thing?
So it's running 934 CVs front in the front. It's got Fox shocks, triple bypass, front and rear. It's got basically custom-made headers. This engine what most people do when they use, Hellcats or any of the Ram or Jeep motors is they'll use the stock ECU. This is 100% driven by Motec. It's a complete race car. Everything is done as a race car. So if you were to look at all the wiring and the way it's done, this is a proper race car.
Who's going to drive this?
So that's right here.
You're driving
That's
it?
it.
You're going to race it?
Absolutely.
Now, if you watch the videos, you know that both of my Jeeps have ended up with Currie 44 front ends on them. Absolutely love the product. And to see you guys really step it up big time. Did you design the IFS?
So originally, yes, we've had some friends help us along to get it better and stronger. And yeah, it's just one of those things that we actually have a kit that we can make a Jeep IFS. So it's unique.
Oh, is that going to be coming?
Soon, very soon.
Okay, we got to go to the side. I got to show you the control arms. These things are sick.
Casey, thank you.
No problem, man.
I'll bet this control arm weighs more than me. That thing is super, super beefy.
Yeah.
Obviously designed for some punishment.
Yeah. So the length, this thing is really designed for that Baja wide open, aggressive driving. So super long trailing arm, makes it very neutral in the bumps. We get a lot of traction and it just makes it feel really comfortable in the desert.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
So,
So when can I go for a drive with you?
right? Soon.
Soon?
Very soon.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I'll make sure I get your car.
100%.
All right. Thanks so much, man. Super appreciate it. This thing is absolutely
I
amazing.
can't wait to see this actually dominate some races. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be fun.
What's the first race it's going to be?
We'll be at the North 1000 here in about a month and a half.
Awesome, man. Thanks, Casey.
You got
Appreciate
it.
your time.
No problem.
Now, this is one of the most talked about vehicles here at the show.
And when I first saw it, I hated it because I thought maybe this was a hint at what the future Wrangler is, but I don't think so anymore.
No, I think we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that. This is the Anvil 715. I love this thing. I love this color. It's called Banner.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. Got a kind of almost a safari top on it. Just absolutely gorgeous. And some of the things they've done, non-removable top with the skylights, the roof rack. We'll show you the restyled front end.
It's an absolutely beautiful concept. When you really see it up close, you're like, man, this is a gorgeous Jeep.
Now, let's take a look at this front end because it's pretty freaking different here. 7 slot.
Yep.
Sort of, kind of, but it's still 7 pieces here. We got Baja Designs LP6s for headlights right now. This is not a production hood. That is kind of fiberglass or something, but it shows what they could possibly do here. I love this look.
Yeah.
It's just, maybe not at first glance, but the second glance, I fell in love with it.
It wasn't the way this looked. The thing that kind of threw me off when I first saw this, it has a longer hood to potentially fit in there the Hurricane motor.
That's what we're thinking.
Yeah, and Jeep has always had a history of hiding plain Jane concepts as future models. And, Jeep has been playing around with the grille of the Jeep. And I'm a traditionalist. I like the traditional CJ7 type grille. And I was like, is this going to be the new Wrangler grille? I don't quite think so. What do you think, Currie?
Well, let's take a look at a couple clues, right? So as Dewey said, it is extended. Normally it would only come to about here. So we've got a few more inches of room, potentially to fit a bigger engine. But one of the bigger clues that we see is the Jeep badge here. At first glance, may not stand out, but what's interesting about it, to take a close look, that is not the Wrangler font, that's the Gladiator font.
Yeah.
So,
Dude, this would be so incredible on a Gladiator.
a 5.7 with this front end on a Gladiator, man, Bagheera, I love you, but dude, it might be time for a trade-in if something like this comes
They
out.
might be hiding it by showing it on a Wrangler.
Right. Now there's a lot of detail to this thing with back-end storage and stuff like that. It's got the compressor, a lot of the Jeep performance parts, but what stands out is the Safari top which I think Wrangler people would like. Some of them absolutely would
Oh,
like.
absolutely.
Good
Yeah.
overlanding top, give you extra space.
That
But-
could be something that Jeep actually designs for JLs.
I could see that. I could see that as being an option. For an Overlander, really cool.
Yeah.
But it's this front end that has us thinking that there's something afoot at Jeep.
And it looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Like when you're actually with it, it's like, man, I love Wranglers. I love traditional little Jeeps. But if I saw this, I would maybe have to get it. I mean, the thing is
Even though it's
gorgeous.
not in yellow or a two-door.
Hey, I'm sure they'll make it in yellow. God, it's gorgeous.
It is a lot of little details that really add up. And
what I love about their concepts, I think Jeep is one of the only brands that actually lets you wheel these things, and you can still see the marks from it being wheeled and tested. And
they had this out on fins and things. Interesting detail here. I'm going to show you the dash. There's no radio. It's just a flat dash, and they've got an iPad here. The only thing they've been running on this iPad, Trails Off-Road.
Trails Off-Road.
So it's the way it goes. Nice steering wheel, paddle shifters on here. Just a lot of cool details.
392 motor in it right now, but I am pretty sure that this could fit the Hurricane motors in it. So
Sick. Absolutely sick. Okay, we got another one to go take a look at. Okay, we got another one over here we're taking a look at. This is, and I love the name, the Commander. I haven't seen that name in a while.
Yeah.
And in the past, that was like one of the only trims you could get a V8 in for a while.
Yeah.
So that was really
they're
cool.
just big SUV. I actually have one in a video on Poison Spider. It did so awesome. So I've always liked the big Jeeps because there's people out there that want a big Jeep that they can take into the wilderness.
Yeah.
And this one's built on the Grand Wagoneer. So it's kind of interesting.
It's sick. It's got a lift. We got 35s, right?
35s on it.
Some nice looking wheels on here, really slick. This paint job and wrap is really nice. Light bar on top with kind of a rack system. Absolutely a gorgeous build on here. And it's got enough lift, enough departure, enough approach angle. It can get into some stuff. Maybe you're not doing hard trails out there with it, but to get out in the backcountry, do some overlanding, get your family out for a weekend, this is more than going to do the job.
Absolutely. Yeah, and I mean, it looks like a simple concept, but I guarantee they've done more to get these 35s in there. There's still plenty of room for it to articulate. Now, what I do hope that they've done is strengthen the frame or strengthen all the parts of this Jeep. Unfortunately, recently, a Grand Wagoneer was out in white rim, had to get some welding by Trailmater.
Yeah.
So, like, people want to take these off-road. People want to use them, but Jeep has to build them strong enough to handle it. And maybe this is a sign that they're realizing that and that they need to build some Jeeps for people that want to get back there with some big guys.
Yeah, let's take a look at this front end. This thing, I mean, when I look at this, I think military tactical vehicle.
I agree, yeah. I mean, it is very futuristic, but it still says Jeep to me, which
It needs
is
a
interesting.
minigun on top.
Yeah.
That would really make this, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's take a moment and talk about what we don't see here at the concept.
The one I really wanted to see here is the Cherokee Trailhawk concept. Because right now, Jeep has released a Cherokee model that is struggling to get up all-wheel drive hills. And my biggest complaint when that Cherokee came out, I thought it was a beautiful looking Cherokee. I test drove one the other day because you can do that here. But it's not a Jeep if it can't get up stuff. Like, I mean, this is the thing. They don't have to make Jeeps for you and I. They need to make Jeeps for everyone. They need to make Jeeps for my parents that have a steep driveway that gets rutted out because it's a dirt highway or a dirt driveway. And that is why they've always bought Jeeps. And to release the Cherokee without a Trailhawk, without an off-road model, was sacrilege in my opinion.
Absolutely.
So they might be fixing it, but that's the one I really want to see. We don't know much about it. They haven't released what kind of transfer case it has in it. But I was hoping to see it so I could maybe crawl under it and see if I could figure it out, which would probably be tough because I'm sure it's hidden under skid plates. It has skid plates. It has everything that a traditional Trailhawk has. but we don't know much about it.
Yeah. So, from us over here at the vendor are the concept vehicles. Had a blast. Thanks for joining me, Dewey.
Thanks
as
for
always.
having me again.
We're gonna go have some more fun today. And if you like this, let us know which one of these is your favorite. Love to hear what you guys have to say about that. Put it in the comments below. Stay safe out there. We'll see you on the trails.